The voice. The sound or sounds uttered through the mouth of living creatures, especially of human beings in speaking, shouting, or singing. The power of uttering sounds through the mouth by the controlled expulsion of air. Speech, to lose one's voice. To lose one's voice. When someone's voice is lost, then there is silence. Silence. The forbearance from speech or noise, muteness, often used interjectingly, an absence of sound or noise. Stillness, like in the silence of the night. Often it is the night where my thoughts are as loud as thunder, like rolling drums that are in time with the heartbeat. My thoughts echo in my head, wondering if a day will come where we can share our stories without being told our voices aren't welcome here, that we shouldn't have a say, and how everybody finds us annoying and how it's always being talked about in the papers and on TV. The only thing is, we are not the ones talking about it. We don't get to be the tellers of our stories. We don't get a seat at the table, so we look elsewhere. Social media can be a force for good and bad. Unfortunately, these days, it seems to be more of the latter. Not much joy comes from it these days, but it is now deemed an essential part of life. It often calls out to us in the middle of a restless night. We know we shouldn't look, but we do. There, we see a glimpse of another side of humanity. Humanity. All human beings, collectively, the human race. Humankind, the quality and condition of being human, human nature, the quality of being humane, kindness, benevolence. The Twitterverse is a place where thousands tweet without speaking, where thousands read without thinking, but also where thousands of voices can be shared that have never been heard. Yes, it can be a place of connectivity, and help a movement have a voice, but only to a certain extent. There is a voice, but the powers to enact positive change are often deaf to it, either down to their own ignorance or bigotry, sometimes both. Being a child of the modern age, social media and social movements that use social media are a part of life. And it's all very well of sharing our stories online, but it only goes so far and opens us up to faceless profiles with tri-coloured hearts to paint us as whatever they wish us to be. So why do you keep talking? Because it is only when I use my voice that someone who wants to listen can hear me. Truly hear me. When someone can sit as far away as you are and allow me to share my truth, hear the emotion in my voice, hear the breath escape my lungs, see the pauses of thought before my next sentence, all this so that I might reach them. And what if they don't want to hear you? And my words will still echo in the space between us. They'll still echo in their heads somewhere. They may choose to go back to their neon screens where the hate like a cancer grows and takes over their life once again. But people have always bowed and prayed to false prophets they have made, ignoring the flashing signs of warning, bolstered by neon screens and Nazi screams. But I hope the truth is dawning, that we are only human and want to live our lives just as you can, which only comes from living, breathing, bleeding, crying, laughing, singing, a sign of survival and a sign of being alive, and not living within the echoes of silence.